And welcome back, everybody, to day 4 of 31 Days of Proverbs. Making our way through the Proverbs. Let's go ahead and get into chapter 4. Proverbs 4, starting in verse 1. Hear, O sons, the instructions of a father, and give attention that you may gain understanding. For I give you sound teaching. Do not abandon my instruction. When I was a son to my father, tender, and the only son in the sight of my mother, then he taught me and said to me, Let your heart hold fast my words, keep my commandments and live. Acquire wisdom, acquire understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will guard you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is acquire wisdom, and with it, all you're acquiring, get understanding. Prize her, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a garland of grace. She will present you with a crown of beauty. Hear, O my son, and accept my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have directed you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in the upright paths. When you walk, your steps will not be impeded, and if you run, you will not stumble. Take hold of instruction, do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not proceed in the way of evil men. Avoid it, do not pass by it. Turn away from it, and pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they do evil, and they are robbed of sleep unless they make someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is like the light of the dawn, that shines brighter and brighter until the full day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. My son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your sight. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to all their body. Watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flow the springs of life. Put away from you a deceitful mouth, and put devious speech far from you. Let your eyes look directly ahead, and let your gaze be fixed straight in front of you. Watch the path of your feet, and all the ways will be established. Do not turn to the right, nor to the left. Turn your foot from evil. Proverbs chapter 4. Let's take a look at the key thoughts now. As I read through Proverbs 4, again, we see a contrast. And it's interesting when you look at verses 18 and 19. I found it fascinating, again, the contrast between light and darkness. Notice in verse 18, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn. Verse 19, the way of the wicked is like darkness. Again, that contrast and that comparison of light with righteousness and wickedness with darkness. And as I thought about that, I was immediately reminded of John chapter 1. And even put that verse down for us as well. In John chapter 1, verses 4 through 5, we read, speaking of Christ, In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Some of your translations, instead of comprehend it, will say overpower it as well. I know the New American Standard has a footnote there that says overpower it is an alternate translation. But again, look at the contrast between these two verses. We see in Christ was life, and that life was the light of men. And the light shined in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Compare that to verse 18 of Proverbs 4 and 19, where we read that the way of the wicked is like darkness, and they do not know over what they stumble. So again, they can't comprehend it. They can't overpower it. The darkness has blinded them, and they don't know what they stumble over. So again, this contrast between light and dark, we see it a lot in the Psalms. We see it a lot in the Proverbs as well, and other places throughout the Bible. But interesting that it comes up here, and like I said, immediately made me think of the first chapter of John. And we've come to the end of Proverbs chapter 4. God bless you, take care, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.